Hello everyone. Today we will walk through the safe installation of the twin gas bagging system used for bagging of gas pipes in the range of 3 inches to 12 inches. The twin gas bagging system are used in live gas connection works such as switchover connection, T-off connection, cap-to-cap connection, cap-off works. Before I introduce the bagging isolation system, I would like you all to imagine this for a moment. In our line of work, a single mistake made on the live gas mains could allow the gas to escape within seconds. We would be exposed to the flammable and toxic gas. Gas can travel through trenches, drains, underground ducts, and nearby buildings. One spark from a power tool, a passing vehicle, or even static electricity could trigger a devastating explosion. Lives could be lost. Homes could be damaged. Critical services could be disrupted. And all because the gas was not isolated safely. Therefore, it is important for us to be able to install the gas bag system correctly in order to prevent the risk as mentioned. So let's get familiar with each component of the gas bag system and the tools used to install the gas bag safely. This is the service saddle. It is the very first equipment installed onto the gas pipeline. The saddle wraps securely around the DI and CI pipe and provides a stable mounting platform for the entire bagging system. Mounted directly on top of the service saddle is the service valve. It allows us to drill into a live pipeline and insert the gas bag, all without releasing the gas into the environment. This is one of the most important safety devices in the gas isolation system. The service valve acts as the gatekeeper between the live gas main and the outside atmosphere. To operate the service valve, the valve spanner has to be used. This is a custom designed spanner specifically for tightening the chain bolts on the saddle to prevent over tightening. Once the saddle and service valve are installed, the drilling machine will be mounted on the service valve. The purpose of the drilling machine is to create a controlled opening into the live gas main. The drilling machine performs two operations. First, it drills through the pipe wall using the ratchet lever. Second, it taps threads into the opening. The threads allow the tap hole to be plugged with the black steam plug upon completion of the gas pipe works. Do note that the drilling operation is carried out while the gas main remains under pressure. That is only possible because the service valve maintains complete gas containment throughout the operation. Now let's look at the heart of the twin gas bagging system, the bag tube canopy. The canopy is the main housing that supports the bag tube assembly. It contains the sealing arrangement that allows the gas bag to be inserted into the live gas main while preventing gas from escaping. Attached to the end of the bag tube canopy is the bag tube shoe that is secured using the Allen driver. The shoe guides the gas bags into the correct position and keeps the bags separated. It ensures both bags are deployed in the correct direction. Next component of the gas bagging system is the bag tube assembly. This assembly is made up of the gas bag feed tube, inflation tube, and the inflation control. Now, Let me explain each component of the back tube assembly. The inflation control is what the operator uses to control the inflation and deflation of each gas bag. It includes pressure gauge, valves, and connectors required to inflate the bags accurately, because bag pressure determines sealing performance. Too little pressure, the bag may leak. Too much pressure, the bag could rupture. Therefore, the inflation control facilitate the technicians to achieve the correct pressure every single time. In order to inflate the gas bag, the inflation tube is used to inject the compressed air into the bag. Notice the nylon pointers near the top with the inflation tube seal nut. These pointers are used as visual indicators to tell the operator how far the gas bags have been deployed inside the pipeline and making sure the bags are positioned correctly before inflation. The seal nut is to prevent the gas from the mains to be released out from the feed tube. This is the feed tube that is used to physically move the inflation tube and gas bags into the correct position inside the gas main. The feed tubes allow the operator to control exactly where each bag is located. Correct positioning is essential. If the bags are not positioned at the correct separation distance, the work area cannot be isolated safely. Last component of the bag tube assembly is the gas bag itself. The gas bag is a specially engineered inflatable isolation device designed to temporarily stop the flow of gas inside a live pipeline. It seals against the internal wall of the pipeline by expanding under controlled air pressure. Once inflated, the bag forms a gas-tight seal against the inside surface of the ductile iron or cast iron pipe, preventing gas from flowing into the work area. This allows technicians to carry out repairs, pipe replacement, or maintenance safely while the remaining gas network continues to operate. Now I come to the last component of the twin gas bagging system, which is the fitting spindle canopy. This canopy guides the plug fitting spindle that is attached with the black steam plug. The black steam plug will then be safely plugged into the live gas mains while preventing the gas from the mains escaping into the atmosphere. So with this, I wrap up the introduction of the twin gas bagging system, and please do watch the following video demonstration on the step-by-step guide on installing the twin gas bagging system.
Before starting, always carry out visual inspection of the equipment, especially the gas bags, inflation tubes, service valve, and drilling equipment. First, scrap off any excess dirt and earth from the pipe using the pipe scrapper. Following that, clean the top of the pipe thoroughly using isopropyl alcohol solution with at least 90% concentration. Mark the location point where the gas bag is to be inserted. Select the correct saddle size. For this training, we will be using 200 mm ductile iron pipe. Place the saddle firmly on the pipe. Fit the service valve onto the saddle. Pass the chain under the pipe and connect them to the chain pull-up hook. Hand tighten the chain nuts first before using the valve spanner. Release the shaft locking screw and wind the feed cap down. Push down the drill shaft. Fit the correct cutter and tap, then secure it using the Allen driver on the grub screws. After the cutter has been attached, rewind the feed cap up until the bronze thread is visible. Tighten the shaft locking screw once the bronze thread is exposed. Now, mount the drilling machine onto the service valve. Secure the drilling machine using the service valve knuckle and tighten the nuts with the valve spanner. Once the drilling machine has been secured, open the service valve using the valve spanner. Next, loosen the shaft locking screw and wind the feed cap down in clockwise direction until resistance is felt. Once the cutter reaches the pipe, use the ratchet to rotate the drill shaft in a clockwise direction. Apply gentle pressure downwards while cutting through the pipe wall. Continue to rotate the drill shaft to tap the hole. Once the tap drill is rotating freely, this indicates that the tapping process has been completed. Reverse the drill shaft in anti-clockwise direction and unwind the feed cap until the bronze thread is exposed. Close the service valve and vent off the trapped gas in the drilling machine. Next, remove the drilling machine by loosening the service valve knuckle. After completion of drilling and tapping of the hole on the pipe, the next step is to attach the bag tube shoe to the canopy. Slacken the bag tube seal nut from the canopy and push the bag tube through the canopy. Fit in the correct bag tube shoe according to the pipe diameter using the Allen driver on the grub screws. Retract the bag tube and tighten the bag tube nut. Manually attach the gas bag to the bag adapter. Then, tighten the gas bag using spanner. Attach the inflation control assembly and air tube to the manual pump. Open the gauge valve and start to inflate the gas bag. Monitor the gauge pressure while inflating the gas bag. Once gas bag are inflated to 3 psi, hold it for 5 minutes. Once the pressure test of both gas bag has passed, proceed to insert the bag tube assembly into the canopy. Fit in both feed tube of the bag tube assembly into the canopy. Then, open both valve at the feed tube. Next step is to mount the canopy onto the service valve and secure it with the valve knuckle using the valve spanner. Next, attach the vent tube assembly onto the canopy. And open the service valve to launch the gas bag. To launch the gas bag, slacken the bag tube seal nut and push the bag tube down until shoe touches the bottom of pipe. Re-tighten back the bag tube seal nut once the shoe touches the bottom of the pipe. To launch the inflation tube, first step is to loosen the seal nut at the feed tube. Then, gently push the inflation tube down until nylon pointer is just above inflation tube seal nut. Once the inflation tube has been fully inserted, tighten back the inflation tube seal nut. Last step is to install the inflation control onto the inflation tube and inflate the gas bag to 3 psi. Repeat the same procedure for the other side of the pipe. Once both gas bag has been deployed, open the vent valve to release the trapped gas in between the bags. Verify there are no further release of trapped gas for 5 minutes to confirm the gas bag is holding. Detach the inflation control from the inflation tube and deflate the gas bags using the gas bag deflation tool. Loosen the inflation tube seal nut and fully extract both inflation tube from the feed tube. Loosen the bag tube seal nut and extract the bag tube. Tighten back the seal nut once the bag tube has been extracted. Shut the service valve and open vent tube ball valve to vent out the trapped gas in the canopy. To remove the bag tube canopy from the service valve, loosen the bolt on the valve knuckle and remove the canopy from the service valve. Mount and secure the fitting spindle canopy onto the service valve using the valve spanner. Next, open the service valve and tighten the fitting spindle using the valve spanner to plug the tapped hole with the black steam plug. Once the black steam plug is in place, open the canopy ball valve to release the trapped gas. Last step is to proceed to loosen the service valve knuckle and remove the canopy from the service valve. Job completed. Well done.